Here we are, it's 5 o'clock, and we're off the clock. Today I got with me my dad, Tim Scott, and a special guest, Brandon Traylor, better known as Cuz from CZ Outboards. And today we're going to talk about Cuz, right? He's everybody's favorite person in Arkansas.
I don't know about that.
Well, he's a king about me now, you know. He kills those ducks.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
I would say a local legend.
Yeah.
So where did it all start, Cuz? How did this whole thing come to where it is now?
Well, basically, where it all started was we were just duck hunters, you know, going having a good time. Pretty much nobody's just down there trying to kill a duck. And, you know, there's a 4 a.m. rule at Biomeda, so everybody used to just line up, take off, race the holes, and I've always had that racing mentality, even from we used to run a bunch of dirt bikes, four-wheelers. We used to hop them up, make them faster. So I was like, man, I told Derek, you know, one day I was like, I think I can make our boats faster, you know? So we started fooling with our boats. And this turned into that. We started beating everybody. So then some of our buddies were like, well, hey, will you work on our boats? You know? We're like, yeah, that's cool. And it just kind of blossomed from there. Started doing it part-time in the garage.
What else were you doing? Like why you started doing the boat motors?
Back then, I did security, alarms, cameras.
Oh, okay.
Mag locks, access control. I did a lot of stuff like that. And this was just like a hobby, you know.
So you started doing it on the side in your garage?
In my garage until it was completely full of motors and stuff like that. And then got a little shop in Benton. I don't know, I think it was 1,800 square foot.
I remember that shop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we completely filled it up with boats and motors. And then the next shop was like 10,000 square foot, completely filled it up.
So by that time, you're like, okay, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, by that time, it was full-blown CZ Outboards. And that's how it got started.
So where did so what year did you and Cuz meet, Dad?
Man, it was probably 2012.
11 or 12.
11, yeah, something like that.
And that was what boat? Was it an Edge?
The Edge, yeah.
Edge boats?
Mm-hmm. That's when...
Yeah, Cuz put the Edge on the map, no doubt.
It's when you were developing the Edge.
Mm-hmm.
So was Edge, would you say Edge was the beginning of the whole running era? The souped up, faster...
Not really. It wasn't the beginning, but it elevated it.
To the next level?
To the next level.
Yeah, Cuz definitely took the Edge to the next level.
I feel like CZ Outboards made Edge and Edge made CZ Outboards.
Yeah, I mean, it was a group effort for sure.
It really did.
I mean, back then we was running DT25.
Yeah.
You know, and the goal was what, 26, 28 miles an hour?
No.
I mean, no, 38.
No, actually, the first 40 mile an hour whole running boat was an Edge.
Yeah.
With a Suzuki.
No doubt. It
Who did that? Whose rig was that?
I'm trying to remember whose rig it was.
Wasn't Chris Wages?
Yeah, but Chris had a Mega.
Yeah.
Involved in the first.
Yes.
Yeah. It was.
I think it might have been Michael Tollison.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Chris Wages was next in line.
Was he?
For sure. Yeah. You know, he was a big part of the development of the Edge and the whole running stuff. You know.
Yeah, Chris was. You know, I was good friends with Chris, and he was like, you know, you need to meet this guy who's building this new boat. You know, and it's kind of funny. When I met you about the boats, I realized I really kind of already had been around you.
Didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you and Colson, P. Scott, y'all were on the same football team together. We've been going to football practice, football games. And so when Tim came to the shop and was like, hey, I'm Tim Scott, I was like, man, I know you from somewhere. You know?
Next day we're sitting next to each other in the bleachers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it was crazy.
It's a small world.
Small world.
Yeah. But, you know, Cuz took everything to the next level, you know, and helped develop the product and helped us get where we're at today, you know.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And now it's a whole new game kind of now. I mean, it's a big deal. Everybody's worried about speed and performance. And, I mean, you're constantly working on, you know, hunt motors for people.
Yeah.
And I'd say even now that we're racing, it's even gone to another level.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, did you ever think in a million years that we'd be where we are now with the motors?
No,
Absolutely not.
Never thought.
Absolutely not.
Isn't it crazy?
I mean, we're pushing the motors and the boats to the next level. And, it's, Cuz is very particular about his motors. We're the same way about the boats. He's a hard critic. You take some boats to Cuz, and he beats you up.
Oh, yeah.
He'll make you feel what?
Oh, the worst part about Cuz isn't what he says, it's what he doesn't say.
I know.
It's the long, drawn out pauses of silence that eats you up.
You don't know if it's disappointment he's feeling, or you don't know if it's excitement. He just won't express himself.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's definitely made me a better boat builder, and now you've getting to experience a little bit of it.
Oh yeah, Cuz is a tough one.
Yeah, he's like, Dad, you want to go to Cuz? Like, hell no.
He's like, no.
You ship the boats to Cuz,
Yeah, it's never fun rolling up to Cuz, isn't having him do the walk around.
No, hell
You're just
no.
You're like, come on, please tell me something.
You're like, Beast Guy's like, how's it going? Pending.
Pending.
He's still thinking.
He's still walking. He's doing the walk around. This is his third time around, But he's definitely made us a better boat builder, I would say.
He does.
And, when he comes into issues in the flooded timber, he'll come up and say, hey, we got a problem here, we got a problem there, and we make adjustments. But he's definitely made our company a better company,
right?
For sure.
The thing about making a better product, is if you're using it every day,
you
know the ins and outs and the flaws, and this needs to be a little better, and this is good, but it needs to be, a little better here, and we're having this problem, So there's nothing better than using your product every day.
And we're also a company too that makes mistakes, and we can make adjustments from there. We're not perfect right off the bat, but we take feedback from customers and especially Cuz's customers too. He sells a lot of boats, man. I mean, he was number one edge dealer in the state for years. He dominated it. And now, pushing the Havoc to the next level is incredible.
Yeah, I would say Cuz you definitely put him to the test, and now you're running a MSTC now.
Right.
And how are you liking that?
Oh, I love my MSTC. Yep. It's it was a definitely a learning curve going from an outboard to a mud motor, especially the bigger boat. That's something I had to get past for a while. Because we always had, 1550s and stuff like that. And, I thought as soon as I got that mud boat, I was like, God, this is a 17-foot boat. How am I going to get through the woods? But it's really not that bad once you get used to it. I'd say everybody, when they get their first mud boat, you're probably going to hate it the first week. And then you're going to start realizing what you can do with it,
It's more of a tool than just I mean, you can just get places with it. And whatever's in your way, you just run it over.
Yeah, you just bulldoze it.
It kind of gives you like a supernatural power.
It does. Your head, like as you're going through the timber, going through, jumping beaver dams, whatever it is. I mean, it's just as fun to drive the MSTC.
And with the Havoc I-beam ribs, and it gives the guy, confidence,
peace of mind too.
Yeah, gives the customer confidence to get through where he needs to go.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
No, you just get it done. You run shit over and Havoc will take care of the rest.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very good boat. I'm glad to see CZ Outboards run the MSTC.
It is.
And he's ran the Mod 40s and the RDBSTs too. So they've developed a lot of boats for us and helped us make them better.
And this year, you'll have your hands on a Gen 2.
Yeah, Gen 2's coming
test
out.
out in the woods. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we're going to see what it'll do. I mean, I know y'all have been running them quite a bit. Y'all took one in Illinois, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Old Sean Bounds up there.
Yeah.
Ran one up and down the river.
It did exceptionally well, I thought, especially being loaded down, with a 4-stroke.
Right.
Hauled all of Sean's hunting gear. He had a couple tree stands in there, his backpack, all of his gear, and he come around the corner and float in the nose.
Right.
Yeah. It was set up really nicely. I think he was surprised.
I think it did, he called me after, we left and was like, dude, I can't get it out of my head. He's like, it did so well being loaded down.
Yeah, the Gen 2 did really good in the creeks. We ran up and down the creeks. We had deer stands in it, loaded down. It did good with 2 people in the boat. So that was the first time the Gen 2 was actually in an environment.
Yeah, like in the field.
Yeah, it really did good, other than the boat races,
Right.
Yeah.
But it did really good, and we did start production on Gen 2s. So we had a couple of Gen 2s out there in South Carolina, and they're doing really good. So we're looking forward to seeing the Gen 2 in flooded timber.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think we were all kind of, we didn't really know what to expect whenever we were racing it, because it's hard to beat the Mod 40.
Well, Cuz is like super, super tough on the Gen 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has been from the very beginning.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, the Mod 40 was so good,
Yeah.
In my mind, I was just like, I don't know if you're going to outrun that thing.
No, shit, I don't still think we are going to outrun that thing.
Here we go again.
It's just what was it? 1/100th of a second.
It was 1/100th
of a second
of a
difference.
second difference.
100 gauge versus 80 gauge.
Yes.
Yes,
But let me tell you, still though, you're right though, it is hard to beat the Mod 40.
it is hard to beat the Mod 40.
Just a all around quick boat to beat.
Yeah, but all around duck hunting rig, shifting the weight forward in the Gen 2, the bass boat style corner brackets, stronger transom, 100 gauge hull, 5086 alloyed. We took the Mod 40, we took the DBST, we kind of mixed it up a little bit and tried to build the perfect boat. I think the Gen 2 has a place.
I think it does too. And it may not be on the track.
Yeah, it may or may not.
It's no slouch on the track.
No, it's not.
No.
But I don't know if it is going to be as quick as a Mod 40.
Yeah.
No, we don't know. Cuz might win this battle on the Mod 40. It's always been fun to argue with Cuz over the years, but that's what makes us good. We'll argue back and forth, but it keeps us moving forward.
It does, because we constantly keep trying to prove Cuz wrong.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I come to work
Yeah.
every day to prove him wrong.
Like I just remember all the things that Cuz says, and I'm like, oh, Cuz, you're gonna eat your words, Cuz.
I would
Count
really
your days.
I wake up at 3:00 every morning just to prove him wrong.
Because he's a critic. You see these real tough food critics that are, that's what Cuz is in the boat world.
He pisses me off.
Well, I'm just pushing y'all to the next level.
I know.
Elevating
It's
us.
definitely a good
Y'all got the
effort.
talent to do it. You just got to have the kick in the ass.
Yeah, I think I wake up and
The motivation.
pissed off at the world because it's disappointed in us.
Oh yeah.
We got to push ourselves harder. But it's been fun over the years. Developing this product, and Cuz is definitely a big part of it. For sure. But I see the Gen 2 taking over.
I do too.
The lineup. I mean, I predict that.
I absolutely do too. I can see it.
I've already seen it in the Marsh Runners. Mm-hmm. I'm already seeing it in the Marsh Runners. And the Arkansas folks ain't got the Gen 2 553s yet. But they're coming. And we got some new product coming out. The 14, what is it?
So 1444, and what's really cool about this boat is
Because don't know a lot about this, but he's going to get one here pretty soon.
he is going to get one. Yeah. And this is basically a pretty opened up boat, which means it doesn't have a lot of stuff in it. The deck doesn't have a hatch or anything. It's one of them drop decks that just comes off and just
we don't want to
falls.
say too much about it because it's still a surprise.
Right. It is, but
because we have to test it, and make sure everything's right. But so far though, we're liking everything we're seeing from
is
it. I think it's
super
going to be. I think it's going to be a surprise to everybody, especially at the price point. This boat's going to come in, especially due December and January.
Yeah,
so this is going to be the time to buy the boat once Cuz gets his hands on it.
Yeah, I like a good open floor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it definitely going to give you an option for a smaller boat.
I think it's been needed. I think a lot of guys want a smaller boat like that, and we just haven't built anything other than a 550. And before they get a 550 VJ, and that's the closest they can get to that.
And if I remember, this boat's ready for a 30.
It does. It rates all the way up to a 30.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a little rocket,
dude. It's gonna be so sweet.
And there's something unique about the bottom that we can't say, but it's gonna be a rocket.
And the whole rear end of the boat's unique.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, there is not a boat that we build that is anything like this.
Yeah, it's actually a 1444.
1444.
And
Coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon. and we got the new center console utility model coming out.
Yep, it's 18. It's built in the 1865, so it's not it's a shorter, thicker boat utility, and it's got a ton of floor space. Aluminum center console, and it's for your just your utility guys who put work in with the boat.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be sweet too. So
but the main attraction this year is going to be the 553 or Mod 40 Gen 2.
Gen 2.
It's going to be the timber edition.
It's gonna be the hard hitter. I feel like.
I think so too. It's already proven itself on the track, and I think it's going to be good in the float timber.
Absolutely, and those you fishing guys that want a tiller handle boat built a little bit around fishing. This Marsh Runner Gen 2 Bass Assassin series is going to be the one for you guys.
Yes, we are going to bring the Bass Assassin back.
It
We
is.
get calls all the time about the Bass Assassin. Because you get calls about the Bass Assassin?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and it was a really popular boat back in the day. We just couldn't get the rating just right for the weight of the boat. And with the technology of the Mod 40, we learned through Pineville. We learned to redesign the hull, and I think we got an 1856. It's toting the mail.
It is. It's good.
And,
The whole front deck system, the way it all works,
it has the shallow rod boxes in it.
built into the front deck, and the live well. This boat comes with a live well built
Really?
in.
Yeah.
What's it rated for?
It's ready for a 75.
75 Mercury or 75
Yamaha, anything.
Yeah, 70 Yamaha, 75 Mercury. But it's the first tiller handle that's actually rated for a 75.
Yeah, that was the issue with the Bass Assassins in the past.
Rated for a
Just-
60.
Tiller handles are hard to get, higher up ratings for.
Right.
But it runs pretty good.
It does. We tested it out when we took it to South Carolina. We put it through the tests, and we learned so much from there. We took that boat, came back, redrew it, made some changes, and got the rating we needed. So now we're ready to roll with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super excited about it.
Super excited.
What about these races, guys? They start in February.
Are we having a race
Really?
in February?
Is the schedule out?
February, yeah. That's what I've heard is we're gonna be racing in February.
Oh my God.
Dude,
That's what he said. It's going to be like a winter race or something.
it's gonna be cold.
Hey, you know one thing? Our boats are run good.
They are gonna run good. That's the
Yeah.
best our motors are gonna run
Yeah.
all year.
Oh, we say that. We're not used to
Well, we hope
humidity.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Usually, though, when we show up right off the bat, we're like 3/10 slower than we left.
Yeah.
Just
So we're going to start racing in
happens.
February, but what's the big role for CZ Outboards this year? Brandon.
I think that we're gonna be doing a lot more together, Cuz and us, and working on motors in our gear shop.
Yeah.
Our gear shop's fixing to get major items dropped in it, and we'll say Cuz has a lot to do with that. What do you say?
Yeah, he's going to come in and he's going to produce some motors and get some customers some options, something they can buy, something that you race and something that Quentin races or whoever, we have a lot of people racing parts. And the one thing about the race team is everybody's sharing parts.
That's right.
And everybody's learning. And we're pushing the product faster. And we're getting faster, like really quick.
Everybody's jumping up, but the problem is for the new guys that get into the racing is they either don't have the know-how or the experience. They don't know what to do. So
Right.
what we're doing is going to help them guys be able to get into it without the know-how.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's probably why it's not as big as it could be. It's
Right.
because you can't go nowhere and buy something off the shelf, slap it on, bolt it on your motor, and be able to compete.
No. No, everything's been like custom one-off so far. And just the technology now that the end user is going to be able to buy, it's going to be leaps and bounds ahead of everything that's out there right now.
Yeah, those guys can be able to come to us and buy a set up stock race motor built by Cuz, and we'll be able to provide that to them and
Absolutely.
go out there and perform in Pineville.
Absolutely. And it'll have different levels, know. For your beginning level guys, then you got that middle range and then the advanced. Even the advanced stuff that we're doing that we're actually currently racing.
Yeah,
We'll be able to sell all that stuff.
right. I never thought we'd ever see the fishing class in the low tens.
Never. 130. 150. Mm-hmm. I never thought we'd be below 10.5.
And I think a lot of that's came from the Mod 40s. You know, there's 10 Mod 40s out there?
At least.
Yeah, there's at least 10 racing, 10 to 15. Mm-hmm. And then you got Cuz working along with these other motor builders, and they're all sharing ideas, and they're pushing the motors to the limit. They're pushing the boats to the limit, and it's helping us develop product faster.
It is.
And that's the key.
It is. You know, especially with them all being the same boats.
That's right.
You know, the motors are making leaps and bounds. I mean, they're jumping out there.
Especially when you put the Yamahas on them.
Oh, yeah.
Yamahas versus Mercuries.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got a weight difference in the motors. And it's allowing us to make adjustments.
It is.
You know, and sometimes we'll get down there and we'll argue, you know, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to argue with anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Josh Westbrook.
Oh, Josh Westbrook's terrible.
Oh, man.
Mr. Know-it-all, you know. But,
Yeah.
but you know, cuz what do you think, how do you feel how the race, what we're doing for the races, how do you think it's pushing the market forward? I mean, how do you think it's helping the consumer?
Well, so just going down there and racing, you know, once a month, and us learning the things we learn, and like you said, we've got other people involved now, and we're all shooting ideas off each other. It helps all of us to develop a better product.
Right.
You know,
It does.
How's it helping CZ Outboards?
We get our name put out there more, you know, and it also gets my wheels spinning. It makes me think, what's the next level? What's the next level? Because you know how it is. You never expect to be at the level you've gotten to at this point. So now you're like, okay, well, where's the next level?
Yeah.
So definitely keeps my wheels spinning. Constantly laying in bed thinking about stuff. How I can make this better? How I can make that better? What if this? What if that? You know, and the races gives us a chance to go out there and try all those ideas.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it also helps you help the customers because we've seen what happens when you test this.
Right.
When you combine these things, this is what you get.
Right.
Yeah, it's not only that though, because I mean, I know for a fact CZ has helped other dealers.
Oh yeah.
You know, with other customers. You know, when they might buy a Mod 40 and they might buy a DBST, but the chances is that CZ knows
The right
setup, prop, weight, ratio, because he's been around the boats. I mean, CZ has been there since the early Edge days.
the beginning of it. Yeah.
Yes. So he really knows our style of boat, and he can really help a lot of different customers. So he is a super, super important to our operation for sure.
Absolutely.
Because he knows us better than anybody when it comes to performance boats, you know.
Yeah.
And it helps him serve his customers better too, wouldn't you say, Cuz?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like I
Absolutely.
said, without the race circuit, then we probably wouldn't get that kind of time to spend on this kind of stuff, you know.
Right. Yeah, because we'll go down there, 2 or 3 days early. And
Yeah. I mean, we'll put up to 5-6 days in a row.
When it's race week, it's race week.
Oh, it's race week.
Yeah, there's nothing else going on,
Yeah.
you know, with us. I mean, we were focused on race week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and just all the stuff we have to overcome. I mean, you never know what you're walking into down there. You know, you never know what's going to happen from day to day. And so just having that experience really helps.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, if me and B Scott went without you, we'd be lost.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'll tell you, the one time we did go without you, we had to get Sean Bounds to help us. And let me tell you something, we were like little schoolgirls walking around just like.
I mean, like, are you sure you should be doing this?
Like,
have you confirmed that with CZ Outboards?
So, like, you know, you got to watch everybody when you're at the races.
I'm like, hey.
So he's tinkering and we're like trying to make sure that he's not like doing nothing he shouldn't be doing, but we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah,
So we're like,
I'm over there calling CZ on the background, like, hey, CZ, hey, he's turning this screw right here.
cuz I don't know what this is, but he keeps looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you confirm
Texting
this?
me. I remember that.
Yeah. Could you confirm this is a right move here, please? But
We definitely need CZ.
well, CZ was trout
Absolutely.
fishing. Wasn't CZ trout fishing?
Yes.
He was.
I remember that like it was yesterday.
Like, who decides to take a family vacation
On race day.
on a race week?
I think it was testing us.
It had to be.
Yeah.
I think it
I
sucked.
think it was already planned.
Well, I mean,
I think that was an extra race. That's what it was.
I don't know
We
what
weren't
it
planning
was.
on
that's
going
right,
that
because
race.
it was the DSRA race.
Yeah, I had the vacation planned, and then y'all threw an extra race.
I didn't really think
And I
trout
was like,
fishing.
well, I can't go to that.
We'll let
I-
you slide.
I really didn't think trout fishing was that important.
It was family vacation.
Maybe. You
So
know.
once a year, me and my buddies and all of our families, we go hang out somewhere
Yeah.
because, it's a long time between duck seasons.
I get
These are
it.
the people I duck hunt with every day.
I get it.
And then we bring our wives and our families and we get together and get a big house on the river and we just have a week.
This sounds really sweet, but I get it. Yeah. Race week.
I will say though, when race week starts, it is as hectic as it gets from start to finish. The whole time we're there, we typically show up. I mean, when you say cousin, we're typically unprepared.
For sure.
I mean,
Absolutely. But let me tell you something. Who's excited to see everybody? I'm ready to see everybody.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to see Quentin. I'm ready to see Sean. I'm ready to see Jazz. I'm ready to see Darren
Yeah.
and all those Yamaha guys. I mean, I'm ready.
It's a
Oh,
great
yeah.
time. It really is a good time.
Taylor. I mean, Taylor's fun.
It's stressful, but it's a good time.
It is a good time. I mean, they be up there cooking and Skeeter.
Justin.
Oh,
See
that's-
Skeeter, Justin. Where's
Yeah.
all those guys are funny. Matter of fact, I was texting Quentin the other day. I said, man, I really miss you guys.
I miss you, Quentin.
Don't tell nobody. But I'm ready for race season.
Yeah.
So it is a really good time.
It is a good time. I don't know. Nothing's funnier though than Justin out there on the lights. His first race.
Well, he absolutely sucks at it.
I mean, he went out there and we were like, listen, Justin, you got to look here, here, here. He's like, I got it. I'll just get up there. He's talking. He's like, I'll get red lights. I'm going to be so aggressive. He gets up there. It's a whole different world when you're up there.
He gets half tracked right out of the gate.
Right out the
Yeah.
gate.
He was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" I was like, "Dude, I didn't want to confuse you. I wanted you. The only way to realize what's going to happen is you got to go out there and see it for
It's
yourself."
so funny.
I'm like, holy cow, dude, you're making CZ Outboards look terrible. I mean,
He's like, I messed up. I messed up.
he comes by a video. I'm like, cut, take him out. I mean,
We're watching the boat go by. We're like,
we ain't gonna
where'd
sell.
Justin go?
We ain't gonna sell shit.
He's over there just now getting played off.
It was horrible.
And then
I'm like, what are you running? Aluminum prop?
we go over there. He's got 2 whole shot plates mounted like on his rig. We're like, dude,
Yeah,
what is going on here?
I walked over there and seen all that. So I'm like, what are you? I can't be a part of this.
it's
You
funny
know.
looking back at it now.
Yeah, it is funny. He's a good sport, and
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely fun.
It is.
It might be embarrassing, but it's definitely fun.
And then, yeah, especially Quentin, you get Sean Bounds fired up, running around. Everybody just,
Yeah. It just everybody has an excuse for everything.
typically,
you
yeah.
know? Everybody has an excuse for everything.
It's not just I suck.
No,
More than likely, it's usually the barge.
Long drawn out excuse.
It's usually the barge.
But what I've heard though, and what I've seen pictures of Quentin, he's lost some weight.
Dude, I wonder how much weight he's lost.
I don't know, dude, but he's looking sexy.
Think he's going to be able to get down to like fishing outlaw weight?
I don't know, man, but he's looking good. I mean, I always thought he was good looking before, but he's looking good.
He's definitely losing weight.
He is losing some weight. I'm proud of
I
him.
think he's going to come see us all real soon.
He should.
Is he?
He should. I got to get back on that treadmill.
Are you going to take Quentin hunting?
Well, he joined my duck camp.
Oh,
joined your
my
duck camp?
God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he paid his dues.
Really?
Yeah.
He,
Dude, that's funny.
Quentin didn't even come deer hunting with us. He came last year.
Yeah, he came. Was that the year before? Well, I'll be honest with you. We really haven't hunted
I
the
was gonna
least much
say,
this year.
Y'all haven't been deer hunting here.
No, we've been in Illinois. We've been in Texas.
Texas.
and-
Hopefully, we get to go back to Illinois once this year.
yeah, I think we're going to go back with Sean Bounds. We had a good time over there.
Man, it was
check the videos out. The videos look good.
Absolutely.
We didn't kill nothing, but hey, check them out. We're still working on that part. We had a good time. Sean Bounds is always a good time.
he is, man. He gets riled up. He's serious.
I hang out with Sean Bounds at the boat races, but you experience Sean Bounds in the hunting atmosphere, dude, he's a trip.
Yeah, he is one of a kind. Sean Bounds is.
Oh, he's a trip, man.
He's a go-getter.
No, he is so fun to be around. We got that Airbnb and it was haunted.
It was
You know,
haunted.
we thought it was haunted.
Oh, God.
No, we don't think it's haunted. It was haunted
We know it was haunted.
for sure.
Our cameraman woke up the next morning and said, "Hey, this place is haunted."
Yeah, I mean, we all woke up. We all the next morning came together and we I was like, oh, what'd you hear? Okay.
And Daniel's a squared away character.
Yeah, Daniel's not one to be coming up with stuff.
He's not making up stories.
He's not.
No, he's legit. Right out of the book, legit. And he said, I heard shit last night. I said, I think I heard too.
I was so relieved, though, whenever I walked in there and asked them if they'd heard anything, and they said, they like looked at me like, yes. I was so relieved because I was like, thank the Lord they're not just picking on me.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be the only one that was hearing all that.
But you're talking about some Illinois bruisers, man. We see some Wiggins.
They are.
Yeah, stay tuned. You'll see those hunting videos. It's pretty cool. But we had a good time out there.
We did.
And hopefully we'll get some duck hunting footage here pretty soon with Cuz and Brian Jessen. You know,
especially Quentin, dude. I hope he comes down and gets in the timber.
Yeah. Brian Jessen, I talked to Brian Jessen up there. He was scouting today, and you know, he found some ducks too.
Cool.
So hopefully we'll get up there, hunt with Brian a little bit. And,
that'd be awesome.
Maybe hunt with Cuz a little bit, kill some mallards. But it was a good time. Always a good time in the woods with these guys. You know, hunting, racing with these guys, then hunting with these guys is pretty cool.
It is. And, you know, it's a little bit different. You know, racing, you're pretty much set on kill from the time you get there to the time you leave. But when you get these guys, like in a hunting atmosphere, you know, they're a little different, a little bit more chill.
Right. Yeah.
And you get a different perspective of them.
It's not near as stressful.
Yeah.
Unless you go hunt with Cuz. Cuz is stressful.
Because remember that time we were on the youth season when I was a kid? It was me, Colson, and my buddy Brady.
Yeah.
How old was B Sky? He was what, 7 or some shit?
Man, probably
I don't remember.
12?
I saw the
Probably
picture.
around 12.
I saw the picture the other day.
He was
and
12.
I looked at the date and I forgot what it was.
That's how long we've been doing both.
I think it was 10 years ago exactly.
Yeah, we've 10 years.
It was a great duck hunt. I mean, we did.
Hey, Daniel, you got that? You got that picture
Of what?
of cousin B Scott when he was 12?
Duck hunt. We'll get that picture. We'll throw it up there.
I sent it to somebody the other day.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
But man, the thing I'll remember the most about the duck hunt, and hear me out on this, is when we got lost in the timber. Do you remember?
Yeah, we got lost in the timber.
And I always remember this because we were laying up there by the front deck looking back at Cuz.
You're talking about a different day that I'm talking about.
Oh,
It was the same weekend.
It was probably the same weekend.
The same weekend.
And I always remember looking back at Cuz, and he had a cigarette in his mouth. And he was smoking his cigarette down. And as soon as that cigarette got done, he popped out another cigarette because he was lost.
We weren't lost.
Oh, we were lost.
We were lost, Cuz.
No, I don't get lost.
We were lost for
We
sure.
weren't lost. I just
Turned around.
I got turned around.
Turned around.
Yeah. We were definitely lost. Did you find the picture, Cuz?
Yeah, I got
that's it right there.
Just send it, Daniel.
Yeah.
It may have been another day of that weekend or whatever.
It
was one day we did get turned around, and I remember Dad being like, "Didn't we just come through here?"
We were hunting in the evening.
Yeah.
And we were coming out in the dark. And see, that's the weird spot. You don't get to hunt in the woods in Arkansas much in the evenings.
Yeah.
So you're not used to driving a boat out at night. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're used to seeing the trail on the way in the dark. You're not used to seeing the trail on the way out in the dark.
All I know
Normally
is
when you come out, it's daylight.
Yeah.
So it looks totally different.
all I know is I smoked a whole pack of cigarettes coming out.
Dude, y'all were back there just pop, 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 putting them down.
Dude, I was
like,
nervous. As soon as I realized as soon as I looked at Cuz and like he was lost, I'm like,
Oh, we almost lost the boat that day, remember?
yeah,
To a tree.
Yeah, I was smoking.
Remember the tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Dude
fell,
landing
yeah.
on the deck.
Yeah, that huge tree. We had parked that boat back there, and we kept hearing something.
Yeah.
And we were just like, what is that noise? And this full-grown oak tree is just slowly coming down, and the boat's parked right there.
Oh, man.
And all of a sudden, it starts moving pretty good amount, and you can just see it moving. And you know how it is trying to get through the woods and your waders quickly.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, God. I don't think anybody was in the whole area we were hunting. Somebody would have had to walk out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, I became a professional chain smoker that day.
Yeah, that was where.
Yeah, I was scared.
See, there it is right there.
Here's a picture right here. So look at B Scott over there. Look how young Cuz looks.
I know.
There wasn't a gray.
Look at Brady.
Oh man, Colson. Yeah, man. Look at those guys. They killed the shit out of the mallards that day.
We lads.
I'm surprised Cuz still ain't looking up in the air. I mean, he's all
Yeah.
about it.
Oh, we were on the X that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there.
We were exactly on the X.
Yeah, I remember.
In our face, man.
Yeah, all those kiddos were young. B Scott's young. Cuz don't have one gray hair in his beard. Look at that. See that? I mean, Cuz you look sexy right there.
Yeah.
Man.
You're definitely a mature buck right now.
Yeah.
You definitely got mature.
You are getting that wisdom, that gray wisdom going on.
But look at all the greenheads.
Yeah, I know.
We literally, those ducks started coming in, and it was kind of foggy, cloudy that morning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I got 3 youths out there, and they're just shooting the shit out of these ducks. And every time I run out there to pick them up, I'm like, this is going to be all hens. It's going to be all hens. They can't see what they're shooting. And it just, every time it was a greenhead. I think they got 1 hen out of their whole limit.
Yeah, I think
that
there
day.
was.
I mean, I still talk to Brady. I mean, he's already graduated college and everything, and they still talk about this hunt.
I'm
you know?
sure.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Dude, it was a great hunt.
It was one of them hunts you remember for sure.
It was one of my top 10 hunts for sure.
Oh, absolutely. You know, because you really do look good in that picture.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been looking that young.
It was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago. That's how old we
Does
are.
it feel like 10 years though?
Man,
Everything that's happened?
I don't remember. I mean, I remember because like always, you know, I don't remember. It's not been 10 years. It don't feel like 10 years, does it?
It doesn't.
Not really.
You know, granted, we were in school there, but it doesn't feel like 10 years.
Yeah.
But it also don't feel like I've been out of school for 4.
That just
Right.
tells you. That just tells you how much the product's developed.
It's way different now.
You know, a lot of people don't understand how far the product has been developed. All the heartache, all the struggles, everything between what Cuz did, what we've done, and you know, it really started with Cuz Outboards. That's what people don't understand. You know, you can go, you know, you can see Havoc. Excuse me, Havoc is like boats all over the place, but where did it really come from? And you know, people don't understand. It just came from one little spot in Central Arkansas,
And it wasn't a one-step process.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It was the tiny little steps, the little improvements, the little, you know, the steps forward, you know, in and out every day that got it to where it is now.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You pick your head up, it's been 10 years.
You know, you get on the internet and you read all the internet and like, hey, what's boat better? Edge, Havoc, blah, blah. And this goes on and goes on. But it all started from one.
Yeah,
And
it did.
it really started from one person. And that's CZ Outboards. That's what's really amazing about it, how it all spread about. And the hard work CZ Outboards has done. You know, Derek and Brandon and all the hard work. I mean, you just can't explain it. You can't explain it. You know, it was meant to be.
It's been a journey.
And, you know, it just, I don't regret it one bit of it. You know, it's been amazing for all of us. And it's helped this company grow. And it's helped Cuz grow. And it's definitely pushed the product to the next level. And I guarantee you there's been laws written
Oh, yeah.
around our product. You know, that we've definitely
100%.
you know, the boat racing and all that stuff, you know, and every day we achieve faster and faster speeds.
And you
It's
just,
like,
you just wonder where the end is.
It's like, where's the limit?
I tell you, the next new hot thing is going to be these mud motors.
Yeah.
These things are coming around.
You see the Mod 40s down there in Louisiana?
What is
Yes.
up with that? With
Mod
the
40s and
mud motors on them?
oh,
Yes.
Quentin. What's Quentin doing down there?
Quentin's down there working with Third Coast Performance on the turbo setup on a Mod 40 right now.
Yeah.
And they are doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah, they're like running 40 plus miles an hour down there with the Mod 40.
Yes.
So,
Isn't that insane?
are we going to redesign the Mod 40?
I don't know.
I told Quentin
I mean-
the other day, I texted him, I said, what have you done to us?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, we're going to redesign the Mod 40. You're pushing the Mod 40 to a whole new level. This was a race boat in 660, not a mud boat, you know what I'm
Now
saying?
it's, yeah. Yeah, it's insane, really.
So-
But that's kind of how these things work out, though.
Yeah.
It's
That's how it
something
works out. Yeah.
something like that comes up and it starts becoming a thing,
Yeah.
and then we got to design around it and
You know,
push it.
We ran a mud motor on the Mod 40 several years ago, and we say, no,
Yeah, no
it's not
thanks.
going to work. So how did Quentin make that work?
I don't know.
You know, he made it work. You know, and that also tells you too. You know, even if Havoc develops a product, it takes partnerships between dealerships
Yeah.
to push the product even further.
And develop it even further.
That's
you know?
right. And then all of a sudden we're like, ooh, we need to develop this.
Yeah.
You know. So That's a good thing about Havoc. It does have a small dealer network,
Yeah.
and it has a skilled dealers.
It does, yeah. Every dealer has their little niche,
Yes.
you know, and it just helps develop the whole product line.
Yes, it's like this dealer brings this to the table, this dealer brings this to the table, this dealer brings this to. You got volume dealers, you got performance dealers,
And together it just covers all the bases.
Yes, it covers all bases, and it makes everybody work together, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. It definitely helps us better.
Well, cuz what do you think about the 4-stroke stuff? When do you think we'll start seeing a bunch of like 4-stroke mods, you know, things for the 4-strokes to push them to the next level?
It's coming sooner than you think.
Think so?
Oh, yeah.
Like you're thinking within 5 years?
I think there's some stuff coming this next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Talking about right here, right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's coming this next year.
That's the that's the last frontier.
Yeah, that's the future. You
Yeah.
know, these 2-strokes, eventually we're not going to be able to get parts for them. It's already happening with some of the popular motors like the DT25 Suzuki. They're starting to discontinue parts.
Mm-hmm.
I think a manufacturer's required to make parts for 20 years, you know, for motors they don't build anymore. And we're reaching that with a lot of these 2-strokes.
That's right.
And unfortunately, the DT25 is getting phased out more than likely. But so the 4-strokes are the future, and there's definitely some exciting stuff coming up with the 4-strokes, probably sooner than you realize.
Sweet.
Yeah,
That's what's needed.
Yeah, we got some projects on the 4-strokes too.
Yeah, there's definitely been some behind the scenes stuff going on for a while.
Absolutely. You know, I enjoy confusing people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Distractions.
Yeah, like batter up.
Wake up one morning with a harebrained idea, next thing you know, it's happening.
It keeps the competition on their toes. You know what I'm
It
saying?
does.
You know,
Well, it keeps it exciting for one.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
yeah, and you know that's probably one of our biggest faults here. Is like we like to think outside the box too damn much. Like
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now. I mean, we've built probably 15 different boat models that have never seen the light of day. You know what I'm saying?
Boneyard.
Yes.
Let's be honest. I mean, because how many times you've heard some kind of stupid story from us? Like, hey, I got an idea. Hey, I think this will work.
Oh yeah.
It never gets old.
And the first thing Cuz said usually is,
Puzzling.
and then you're like, does he like it? Does he not like it?
Well, it depends on what cigarette he's on. Is he on his first or second or third? He gets on his third cigarette, you're like, oh shit. You know,
It's a good thing, though.
That's
I'm
not
glad-
a good idea, you know?
Yeah, it's a good thing, though. I'm glad you don't just like everything we try to push upon
Because it's
you.
like, yeah, it might work. I think it might work.
He'd be like, why are we doing this again?
Yeah.
You never know till you try
He'd
it.
be like, why? Well,
And sometimes you just get the answer like, that's stupid.
it's, I just don't see the point.
I don't see the point.
That's usually what, I just don't see the point.
Yeah.
We're like, well, because we've already built 2 of them.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm like. Wow,
Will you at
really?
least go look at it?
That's what he says. He says, wow, really?
Yeah.
That's when you know you screwed up.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, shit.
And you're like, well,
I
okay.
get on the phone and said, cuz gave me the wow, really comment. Okay. X-nay.
I'll be in the passenger seat when he's talking. I'm like, good, bad?
No.
And he's like, I don't know yet.
bad. Yeah.
But and Derek there too, you know, Derek's a big help. He when you say Derek handles a lot of the boat stuff now, and you mostly just
Yeah,
work on the motors.
he does. Yeah, he works really hard on the boat stuff, rigging. We always got, Justin helping rigging. But Derek spends a lot of time on the phone with customers, recommending what they need. Customer always knows what they need when they call.
Yeah.
And then they tell you what they need, and you're like, I don't know. And Derek's really good about putting them in a rig that will suffice their needs.
Yeah, Derek does pretty good.
Yeah, he does.
I like to argue with Derek a lot.
Yeah.
Derek is a fun guy to argue with.
Derek pisses me off.
Anytime I see Derek and Tim sitting in the office together and it's just them two, I'm like, oh God, I'm going somewhere else.
I mean, you're talking about a power couple.
I mean,
You know-
Derek pisses me off. I don't know why he pisses me off.
I don't know if it's his delivery or if it's,
I'm like, Derek, I'm not stupid. I get it.
I understand what you're saying.
I know. I understand it, Derek. I'm not stupid.
I usually walk in and I'm like, y'all are saying the same thing. You're just arguing.
Yeah, because he says it wrong.
They
Derek
do.
said-
They argue all the time.
Derek says it wrong. all the time. Pisses me off.
Yeah.
Then I tell on him. I say, cuz, I'll go get cuz, you know.
Cuz go get Derek.
Yeah, yeah. I've had some bad ordeals with Derek, but we always get over it.
Oh yeah,
Cuz runs in there, so like, you know, he's like
the moderator.
yeah, he calms everybody down. So,
Yeah, he's
okay,
like,
guys,
listen, like
we love each other.
it turns out you're saying the same thing.
yeah.
Y'all
Why-
both agree with each other.
Why y'all so mad? You know? So cuz, I mean, we always heard that you can sing.
I can't sing.
Oh, cuz, come
Dude,
on.
weren't you like on a scholarship to where'd you go to school at?
I went to the U of A in Fayetteville.
Okay, on a what scholarship?
I didn't go. No, I didn't take my voice scholarship.
Yeah, but you had one though.
I had one to UCA.
What was it for? Acapella?
It was just a voice scholarship.
No, it was, dude. Cuz can sing.
Cuz can't sing. If you
I
ever get
can
the
sing.
I used to could sing.
He can sing.
he'll get down every once in a while. We're at the races, or he drinks a couple of beers and he gets loose. He'll
Yeah.
get down for like a split second. He won't give you the full, pow.
But he'll give
He'll
a
give you
little
just a
bit.
taste.
He'll give you a little bit.
He'll give you just enough to make you want to hear the rest of it.
Hey, this year we ought to get a karaoke machine up.
Yeah, go, cuz is wanting to sing for us, man.
Y'all want to see it?
Dude,
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, we gotta get Cuz to that stage where he starts losing his Crocs,
Yeah, Daniel, can we
and
get
let
that?
him get on the karaoke machine.
Can we get that for Cuz Outboards?
Yeah, hey, add a karaoke machine to the list.
Cuz is a very talented individual.
He is.
Building fast motors, and he can sing a little bit.
Keeps his stuff in like
Has a good time.
pristine condition.
Cuz is the quiet person.
Mm-hmm.
He's a quiet person. He's, me and Ashley talk about it all the time. What is he thinking?
Yeah, what's Cuz thinking?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
You can't read his face. He has no face. Like when he's thinking,
Like, he never gives me a compliment. I'm like, Cuz, are you proud of me? No.
oh, it's funny.
There's
man.
several days I go home just drink because of Cuz. Like, he's not proud of me.
So you're almost saying that your main goal here in life is just to make Cuz proud of you.
Cuz has always been somebody I focused on. Because if I can make him happy, I can make anybody happy.
That is
you go.
true. He's a tough one.
I
to please.
swear, I promise you. I mean, me and my wife Ashley, your mama, we've talked about it many years. He's like, look, babe, if you can make Cuz happy, you can make anybody happy. I said, you know what, you're right.
We'll keep on.
Keep on.
We'll keep on keeping on.
He's been a really important part of my life.
It's a good way to look at it.
Oh,
Well-
I promise you. I promise you. You think we're just being funny right here, but it's the truth.
Yeah,
It's on. It really happened.
Cuz is definitely a big part of the journey,
Oh, absolutely.
and it's gone both ways, and it's been a really good relationship.
Yeah, it has been.
Just the memories and the ups and downs we've had. It's been a hell of a ride
Yeah,
for
it
sure,
has
and it's
been.
not even over yet. And I think it's just getting started.
We got many, many years coming, Cuz, and we want to tell you thank you for everything you've done for us. And,
Absolutely.
And we'll just keep pushing forward and keep growing this thing together.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I thank y'all too.
And and thanks for coming to the podcast today and talking about it, opening up, and letting us know what's coming up in the future.
What do you think about our podcast, Ram? You like it?
Oh, it's awesome.
Dude, what do you think about the Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, that's great.
Dude, she's sweet.
Yeah, she is awesome.
That's my favorite piece is the Statue of Liberty.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. This table's awesome too.
Yeah, I
It
like
is.
the table. The table's cool, and Daniel and David did a good job.
Yeah,
on
they
the
did a really
speakers.
good job looking all this up.
Does anything stick out to you that you would change?
No, I don't know much about podcast rooms.
Well,
so.
Well, I'm just saying
can't
anything
be a
anything
critic.
you can pick on.
I gotta say, I like the Trump flag. I like Trump flag. I like Trump flag.
Yeah,
Yeah, Trump flag.
America.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Well, thanks, Cuz, for being here. Dad, thanks
No
for making time.
Yeah, man. Anytime I could be on your podcast, son.
Yeah, we might let you on a couple more
Come in
times.
here, off the clock with Beats guy right here.
Absolutely, man. We'll,
catch us here anytime, and we got more podcasts in the future.
Yeah.
And it's always a blast to go into the new chapter of what we do here at Havoc Boats, and see you guys later.
check out our videos, race series. Get more of Cuz. Go check him out.